Happy Monday, Abstrakt. It's Scott here, putting in a little work on Sunday. I thought I'd get down here. I'm just super excited about everything around the corner. I couldn't wait till tomorrow. I hope you all enjoyed your time this weekend. You were able to get outside and enjoy some of that awesome weather. The reason for this video is because we just haven't had the opportunity to talk as a full group in a while, or I haven't done one of these videos in a couple of weeks. And I thought with our roll back to the office and some of the great things that are going on with our organization, and then just a little bit about what's going on in the world today, I thought that it would be smart that we talk today. So in this video, I am going to just cover a little bit about where we're at as an organization and us coming back to the office, plans for raises, and then just some things to think about when we are all back together. So first off, just wanted to thank you for what you've been doing. I don't think that any of us thought we would actually be in our homes 6 months later, but things are going a little bit slower than we all planned, but that's okay. We've got some really good, safe, healthy plans to come back, and I can't wait to see y'all. But thanks for what you've been doing. I know it hasn't been easy, working out of your homes, sometimes independently, without folks around you. That certainly can be tough, but you put your all in, and you cared about our clients and their families, and you helped them grow, or you helped them protect during these difficult times, and you should be proud of yourself. So thank you for that. We have talked about being back from a revenue perspective in the October timeframe. That would mean that we're going to match the revenue that we were at in March. However, that does not mean that we're going to end the year where we would have ended the year. We were certainly killing it in the first quarter, and we were ahead of plan. That was all because of the work that you all do. But we will be back to where we were in March by October. We will not, by the end of the year, be at the target that we wanted to hit, nor will we be at the profit margin or total that we wanted to be at. We're going to be several million short in revenue from our target at the beginning of the year, and about $1.5 million in profit. A lot of money that we had planned to do certain things. But the good news is we've been financially responsible. We don't have debt. You're safe. We are coming back. We do have cash. We are planning for the future. I know that a lot of you are thinking about, or have been thinking about, raises because they were put on hold. Our first goal was to make sure that we kept everybody on board. Didn't want anybody to lose jobs, didn't want to lay folks off. And so that was the first order of business, to make sure that we all stay together. The next order of business was making sure that we're protected and in the right spot to go forward, and those plans have been in place. We are recovering, our margins are going up, we are going to start to grow again, and more cash will be coming through the doors. The compromise that we're going to make, which I'm pretty excited to announce, is that we will be doing raises on the 1st. Although we won't fully be recovered, we see enough happening to know that we will get there sometime next year, and you all have been working hard and you deserve it. So instead of doing raises after the March review process and at the beginning of April, we're announcing now that we're going to do raises on the 1st of the year. And thank you, and we wish that things could have been different in the last year, and we wish that this could have been better, but still pretty good considering. So hopefully you'll just give yourself a pat on the back for working hard, and give your managers a fist bump for just fighting for you and the work that you're doing, and really behind the scenes figuring out ways that we can get into a spot to be able to pay these raises just as soon as possible. So on the 1st, and we'll be telling you more about how we're going to do that, reviews, just the whole process in general. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is just coming back to the office. I know that you all are going through these different emotions, and I know that I am. I know that my family is, but at the end of the day, we are better together. Jamie Schneider had a great term as we were talking about this as an executive team, and it was that we're better together. It doesn't mean that sometimes we're not scared or uncertain, but I can tell you that we're better together. I can tell you that we are going to make sure that we do everything possible for your safety and your health. That's at the forefront. We are all thankfully getting on with our lives outside of work, and we put a mask on and go to the grocery store, go grab a bite to eat, or there's even some smaller venues that are opening up, and a lot of businesses are getting back to work. And I think that that's because the science and the facts would suggest that things are turning around, and we certainly need to be smart and protect ourselves, but we can also come back to work and be safe, and I'm gonna champion that. We just thought about a lot of things. And how long we were going to stay in our house and when we were going to start transitioning back. And at the end of the day, we made the decision to come back. And it's really because it's best for all of us. There are some things, I took some notes here. There are some things I wanted to talk about in regards to that. Some things that maybe you didn't think about, that are reasons that it's good for you, reasons that it's good for your teammates, and just Abstrakt overall. Here are just a few that I wrote down. One is just learning from others. I think that maybe it goes under the radar sometimes how much we're actually learning when we're here within the four walls of Abstrakt. The people are around us, they're on the phones, they're interacting, collaborating, and we're just picking things up. Just pure and simple because we're surrounded by people and learning from others. And I've been thinking a lot about that lately, how I'm really missed that part of my growth. And just the last couple of weeks when I've been interacting with some of the executive team members, I'm better than I was a couple of weeks ago, and I'm pumped about it. But you may not consider the fact that, heck, some newbies might be learning from you. They might be listening to you, and that's a true opportunity for us to learn and for us to really help and support others. Collaboration is just easier, although I think that maybe we should be a Teams commercial, and some of the things that we've done while we're out of the office, it certainly is a lot easier to collaborate when we're together. Improving communication. Again, it's if you're on a team and you're communicating as a group, there's some things that can happen on the fly to keep everybody on the same page. Sometimes it's just not feasible to get a whole group chat going on Teams during the middle of the day to discuss something at hand. Just collaboration in general is easier for all of us. Improving communication. Here's a big one: work-life balance. We all have eyes on that, Want to make sure that we're spending the right amount of time on things that are important to us outside of our career as well, health, spiritual, friendships, family. But the interesting thing is when you live in the middle of your office, sometimes that starts to fade away, which can start impacting our mental well-being as well, which is just getting up, showering, getting dressed, getting in a car, going somewhere with purpose. Big for mental well-being. There's a lot of things that need to happen at home for you to be as mentally tough there as you would be here in our environment, in our culture, surrounded by others, poised to win. Planning, we've got a lot of planning for the rest of the year and then for 2021, and that's just easier to do when there's groups of people around and we're able to have the discussions and not do everything virtually. There's a huge group of new people that I've had the pleasure of meeting that a lot of you have not had the opportunity to see other than virtually. And I just am so excited for them. And when they get, when they come into the office in one of those days where you're all back, I think that they will start to get a sense of what it was once like very quickly. They watched the videos, they watched you all celebrating and getting loud, but they haven't seen it in person. And for us to get back together, celebrate our new people, get them super excited about what's around the corner for us, that's a big deal. Inclusion is big. It's real easy to kind of get on our own or get into groups when you're doing things virtually, and it's harder to connect with more people. When we're back in the office, it's easier for us to just really make sure that we're all included and grouped into the conversations we need to be grouped into, and our overall culture is just better when we're together. So I just want you to know that I'm thinking about you, and the executive team, Brian, Jason, always think about those of you that are on the front lines of running the organization and taking us forward, and we wouldn't want to put your health in jeopardy. We just feel like things are at a point where we can be safe and we can get back together and just start making things happen the way that we did before. We've been doing some great work at home, but we do better work when we're in the office as a whole. Next thing that I wanted to cover, I know that I'm dragging a little bit, but there just are some things that I want to say. Our political climate. What I don't want to have happen before the election is for people on our team to be standing off and not respecting one another. And you can believe in whoever you want to believe in. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. The only thing that I would hope on all sides is that people do research and look at the facts and just support the candidate that has the most in line with what you believe in. But just go to some of the right sites. Don't turn on TV to get your news, and don't depend on social media channels for your facts. I don't want to have Abstrakt be the way that different parts of the world are, or the country are right now. Honestly, I'm semi-disgusted with the approach on both sides of the aisle, quite frankly. But the last couple elections, well, it's always been this way, but it just seems like with social media reach and some of the tools that people have now, they can, and then a virus that can become political, violence that can become political. It's it's fear-based on both sides, and I think that we're going to be okay. We're going to get through this, and the best thing that we can do is to support one another as individuals, stay away from political discussions, know that we're going to be okay as a nation, and the violence and the things that are going on. I think that we can do what we can do is be the way that it should be. We can treat everybody the same. Everybody can have the same opportunities. No one's left out. No one's treated differently than anyone else. We can be what America should be. And I truly believe that that is us putting our best foot forward. If we're angry at one side or another, or I just want us to support one another and be positive and get through the next couple of months and be the way that you want it to be. I don't know. I love you all individually and as a team. I truly don't feel one way or the other about individuals. I mean, the things that motivate me are people that are caring and hardworking and thoughtful and supportive of one another and collaborate well, and things that anger me, or not doing some of those things, or not working hard, or being negative, and just tough times for us to set aside maybe personal agendas and feelings and to just work together as one. But if we do that, then we can be one of those organizations that's super successful, that we all enjoy being at. And if we do that here, then we can be an example of what other companies could be like. But just imagine all of the customers that we could impact if we're being that way here. You think that, well, how could we make a difference in our nation just doing those things here at Abstrakt? Well, because everybody here knows another 1,000 people, and then we have our customers, and our customers have customers, and just doing things the right way here can really impact the rest of the U.S. So why don't we do that? Why don't we be positive, and why don't we show people how it's done? Because that's what we usually do. We don't usually care what others think about. We don't care what they think can't be done. We're always innovating. We're always doing things that people haven't done before. So let's live and act and react and be together as a group in a way that we think it should be done, for that our kids would be proud of, and that's what we can do. We are going to have a vision meeting to go much deeper into what is going to happen in the fourth quarter and our plans for growth for 2021. I know that each time I talk to new hire groups, I say that it just seems to be the best time to be here, because as we go forward, it has been. But I have never seen a plan within our organization for 10, 12, $14 million in growth, 100 jobs, lots of promotions. I know that you all are hungry to get back to that. The biggest reason that you came was for the growth. Well, it is now here, go forward, and I'm super excited about it. You are with good people. there are people that are around you, on your team, that are doing some incredible things, and we're going to do a lot of celebrating here in the future, because there's going to be a lot of people that are taking on new responsibilities and progressing within their careers, and it's because they deserve it. And I'm excited for us, for you, for the people that are around you, that the work that you put in, that we fought back, is going to result in, what is happening here for the fourth quarter and what 2021 will look like. It doesn't happen without each and every individual person on the team. So I have rambled for a bit here and probably taken you a little off track for your day, but hopefully this message sinks in, that Abstrakt is going places. We are going all the way to the top, and it's because of you. We are going to be back. We're going to be stronger than ever. We're going to be the place that the rest of America points to in how things should be done. And we're going to be back together, better together. And we're going to be doing some things to celebrate that in a safe way. So we'll be telling you more about that later. So thanks for letting me talk with you, and have an incredible week. And stay safe, and we'll see you soon.